Well, I started teaching when I was just 21 years old. I finished college when I was 20, and so I turned 21 that summer and moved to San Antonio. Didn't know anybody, and started teaching in South San Antonio and taught for 7 years. And then I quit and had my children and stayed home for 9 years. Then I went back to teaching and taught for another 19 years. And then I retired from public school and moved to Abilene. And this is my 3rd year at Abilene Christian. You know, I always wanted to be a teacher. When I was a little kid, I used to play school. I would make my little brother and sister be in the school and our neighborhood kids, and I would be the teacher, and I would make them play school. I just always wanted to be a teacher. I think I like to boss people around. That's probably why. Well, I've had all kinds. The schools that I taught in San Antonio sometimes were kind of rough. There was gangs and fighting, and so sometimes, you know, you'd be asked to, I'd have to break up a fight. Sometimes I'd get hit, but, you know, kids are kids wherever they are, and I really enjoyed it. And I think when I first started out, I thought I had to, you know, really help every single student, and so I would get kind of down or depressed about not helping everybody. But then I realized, you know, you can't help everybody, and so I would just try to help the ones that, you know, that really wanted the help. And what's really neat is when kids would come back, you know, when they're grown up, when they have, you know, real life jobs and they're adults. Mostly just try to stay calm yourself. And like the kids that I taught in San Antonio, they would get really angry, and you would just try to get between them. A girl was passing something, or a boy was passing something, you know, and I thought, you know, like it was a note or something, but it turned out to be, it was marijuana. It was drugs, and so I stopped that. I mean, you know, that's the kind of things that kind of went on in the school that I taught in. But, you know, there's always funny things happening too. Here, you know, there's not that big of problems. It's just calm, and if the teacher stays calm and uses a calm voice, then a lot of times you can calm the student down too. Don't get angry at the student, because that just makes them angrier. Well, the most fun is, since I've been here, to go to San Antonio and Austin on the trips. And when I was in San Antonio, we used to do that too. We would go to the state capitol. I really like, you know, taking the kids on field trips, because I think that's where they learn more. They can experience rather than just read about it. I love teaching. You know, like I said, I've always wanted to do it. I never wanted to do anything else, and I just think it's fun. What's really exciting for me is that 2 of my kids, wanted to be teachers and are teachers. That they want to teach other people. I just try to keep an open mind about things. New technology, you know, my son is always telling me that I'm afraid of technology, and I try to keep up, you know, and that's hard when you're an old lady like me, you know, and you're used to doing things a certain way. So I try to keep an open mind and try new things, and not be set in my ways to where that I don't want to try new things, because I want students to try new things. I would say just learn as much as you can. Be as open-minded as you can. Listen to what people, when people give you advice, but then try to make up your own mind. Remember what your parents have taught you, and what you've learned at church, or from people that you admire and respect. But it ultimately comes down that you've got to make up your own mind and make your own decisions.
I think she's very cooperative with everything she does around here. If I ask her to do any kind of extra duty, she always does it, and always does with a smile on her face. And I think she's very concerned about the kids here. She really cares that they're successful.
She is hardworking. She reaches out to all of our students. She's been a great help with our international student program. She is always willing to do anything we ask of her. She's always in a good mood and
she is a treasure of a teacher for our school. We are thrilled to have her.
I think the main thing is just enjoy learning and love kids. You know, if you don't like kids, you don't need to be teaching. I've known a lot of people over the years that were teachers, and they really didn't like kids. And you could tell that they didn't like them, and the kids didn't like them, of course. So I think you have to love kids, and you have to love learning.